I'm ready.
Welcome. Welcome once again. Happy Wednesday, right? It's hump day, as everybody calls it. And welcome once again, people, to Eats. It's everything and then some, brought to you by the Unit Trust Corporation. And I want to thank everybody for being part so far. It's been a great journey, and we have much more topics to touch, people to meet, information to get. UTC has been doing a great job. And I'm sure those of you who would have started the journey with us have been getting valuable information. So we have 3 new guests today, and they will be touching on different topics that you have not heard before. So it's going to be jam-packed with information. This is Eats, as I said before, everything and then some. We bring the food, you have the drinks at home, and we give you an informative diet for you to grow in terms of your financial or business career. But, as I always do, before we get into our guests, I have some things to say. I believe that we have a leadership problem in Trinidad and Tobago. I want to talk to some of the leaders. I'm going to say leaders. I want to talk to the older heads a little bit, right? The older heads, Mavis, right? Egbert, all these older heads who in leadership position in offices and whatnot. A leader, from what I have read and researched, I got this from Myers Monroe. A leader, right, is a person who works to become unnecessary. What do I mean by that? When they leave the organization can still run. Look at Steve Jobs. Apple still runs. We cannot have a leadership mentality where we hoarding information. You don't want to give it to the younger people. We can't be hoarding information. This is not a warehouse. Please share the information. Give it to the young people. Allow the young people to give them a chance to do something. You can't be holding everything. The second thing I want to talk about in terms of leadership, we have moved into the technological age. Things have changed. Mavis, we can't be drawing up lines in a book to write things. We'll be using reading pen. It have Excel for that. Why are we doing that still? Because you say it's supposed to be so. No, Edward, we can't do it like that. Go on Excel and organize yourself. Why do you have to do that? Using copybook page and rulers? No, fix that. We need better leadership. We need proper leaders who know the importance of making more leaders. As role of a leader, to make more leaders. Let's work on that. But let me stop right here and let me bring on somebody who I believe is a leader in his industry, right? This is what we call the Jiggy segment. A good friend of mine and a family member. Let's go, Jiggy segment. Mr. Kevon Fleur. How are you, sir?
Not too bad.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. So tell me, before we start, how has Corona been for you in the past 6-7 weeks?
I would say relaxing. I had the opportunity to get to know my family better, if you want to say that.
Right, nice.
Before they won't see me around because I work a lot.
Right.
But now, I mean, I enjoy spending time with them.
Great.
Other than that, self-development. I've done a lot of little courses online and stuff like that. So that's basically it. Enjoying it.
Nice. So Kevon, from what I know about, first of all, Kevon is a family member, right? So I know him very well, right? Kevon is my cousin. And I know that you own King's Lounge Barber Saloon, right? And I wanted to talk about Barber Spa, right? Right, Barber Spa, right. And I wanted to talk about retooling your business for the new norm, right? As you can see, well, I haven't taken a trim in a while, right? But seeing that you own this barber spa, tell me, why did he call it a barber spa? Is there experience that we don't know about in the barber spa?
Yeah. So first of all, right now you are the perfect canvas to do some work. So there's nothing wrong with looking, like that,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
perfect candidate. But at King's Lounge, we are a place where we give relaxing haircuts. You can come in and yes, you get a haircut, but it's very relaxing. You get to be pampered.
Yeah.
You have a no wait policy where you make your appointments and stuff like that, and you get to come in and sit probably for like 1 or 2 minutes, for the most, sometimes straight on the chair, right? One of the things that you will notice is that our barbers are well dressed. We dress similar to how I look,
Yeah.
So, but we try to look differently, right? We also offer pedicures, massages. We offer laser hair removal, right? Male hair units, right? So I don't know if you want to talk about that. Hair restoration procedures, right? But we also cater to women as well too. So we have queen shaves, right? You could come in and get your eyebrows done. But the natural ambience of this space is very relaxing.
Okay, so it's almost like a full-on grooming service for men, from head to toe.
Yeah, it is.
Great, great. Now, in light of the current situation, what changes have you made in terms of your business model to adapt to what's going on right now?
Well, currently we are closed, right? Because we are considered part of the non-essential group.
Right.
We have to actually prepare for the reopening of our business.
Yeah.
Right. And now I see it as though everybody is on level playing field, right? And so we have to basically start over. So some of the things that, anybody can do this with their business as well too, right? But some of the things that I would do is check up on staff. You have to make sure, always keep communicating with the staff, and it's once a week, twice a week, just to find out how they are going, make sure they are in good spirits, because we are all in this together, right? We'll also have sessions where you could ask your staff on suggestions for growth when we actually start back, because they may be thinking as well, right? We have to we're starting over, so you have to change the whole marketing approach. Even right now, how we market is different to how we would have done marketing a month ago, sorry. Right? And even moving forward, closer to the time of opening to the next phase, we'll actually have to change our marketing strategy, right?
Correct.
We're going to be introducing new services as well too. So this is an opportunity to introduce something like, in the barbering world, you can do head massages, for example, if you have never done that before in your head. So it allows for new marketing opportunities as well too. We also planning to get online, because that's the new norm now, right?
Yeah.
So we actually have a nice product. If I could put a shameless plug there. But we're going to be doing things online and stuff like that, as well as we're going to be showing the public how much we care about hygiene now, even more than before. So that's some of the things we're going to be doing.
Great. Now, in terms of business growth, right?
Right.
I know that you have grown your business for over a few years.
Yeah.
If someone is asking you, listen, Kevon, I want to know, how do I grow my business? What are probably 3 key points for someone to grow their business?
Well, one will be expanding network, right? You have to, come out of your comfort zone, go to meet, go to mixes and stuff like that. So that way you can get to see more people, you can reach more people, and you have more people to market and advertise to, right? There's an old saying, of course, your net worth is your network, right? Or your network, right?
Yeah.
But there's also one thing that I've been looking at recently, which is called KPIs. That's key performance indicators.
Yeah.
Right? So you can use that in general life or in business as well too, right? So example of that would be like, you have a shipping company. How much packages were received on time, right? Have a NGO or something like that. You can say how much grants you applied for versus how much people responded. In the barbering world, it'll be how much heads you cut for, how much people you actually marketed to, right?
Correct.
But these are the things that will tell the story of how your business is going. You might tell yourself, why would I need a KPI? Because I'm a small company, right? Or I know started, right? KPI will basically tell how your company is performing right now, as well as it will help you predict the future profitability, if you're going to be profitable in the future as well too, because you're measuring from something, right? As well as the last thing will be to create a culture of profit-oriented culture, because yes, you are the owner, and yes, you want to realize profit, but you want your entire staff to have the same goal as well too, right? Because, of course, if they win, you win, and if you win, they will win as well too. So these are some of the things that you could start implementing in your business to help you get to scratch.
Great. Now, sometimes from conversation with a lot of young people, they have access to money, right? The grandfather or your uncle give you some money, etc., or they hit a good job, right? And they rarely use it wisely. They buy a new car, they travel the world, which isn't bad. But as someone who doesn't have just one business, you have two successful businesses. What advice would you give somebody who has that excess money? What do they do with that money?
Well, firstly, we will see from this pandemic that you have to put aside at least 6 months of living expenses, of your salary itself. So if you make 6,000, if you make 10,000, 60,000, right?
Right.
You have to do that. So the other thing will be to have a proper money management system, right?
Yeah.
You can also learn about things like stocks, get into Forex. I'm into Forex and stuff like that. You can learn about indices and all these things that sound like gibberish, but when you actually get into them, they're very simple to deal with, right? You can also look for existing business opportunities to partner with somebody, right? You can try to learn a new skill, right? If you have money, you can now invest in getting certified or just learning something to do that can add a lot of revenue to your existing world. But I also believe that now we have this instant gratification mentality, right? Which is, right now we have coffee, you have a 3-in-1 coffee, that's 40 pack, and that's it. You get coffee one, right? But I believe in delayed gratification. So even coming out of school, you would go on and go, like I went to John D, right? I went to Sam, and I went to UE, and I did some other stuff. But I had some friends who jump straight into to working. And now what they may make in a month, I may make in a day, right? It's delayed gratification. So I would say you save your money to invest, right? And find something to invest it in. UTC have actually some really nice mutual funds and stuff like that. But definitely investing in something that you don't know and expanding your financial, borders and stuff like that.
Correct. Now, people, let me just say this: if you have been to any carnival fete, you probably have seen Kevon's work, right? Because Kevon is also the successful owner of Clinical Media Group, right? And so they do decor, stressing, lighting, etc. They give you an experience when you go to the fete. So when you go to a fete and it's dry, Kevon probably wasn't there, right? But when you're at a fete and you see lighting, you see the experience of entering a fete, etc., Kevon is the man behind a lot of these things. So when you say Clinical Media Group, this is the guy we're talking about. So Kevon, before we close, what are 2 takeaways, or what you want to give in terms of information in general to people who want to get into probably, let's say, any industry, any type of business?
Okay, well, I would say first find a mentor, right? Because a lot of times we try to do things on our own, but you can learn 2 ways, either from your own experience or from other people's mistakes, right? So find a mentor and find somebody who you trust and who you look up to. I look up to like people like Miles Monroe, right? I mean, who's no longer here with us. I have local mentors as well too, right? I have a saying, right, that in times like this when we're fearful, right, that action is the best antidote for fear, right? So if you don't know what it is you're feeling right now, do something. Do a new course, right? Start a new business, right? Jump in and stop being fearful of taking this little money that you have, and eventually that little money will get smaller and smaller over time. But if you actually do something, right, you will eliminate fear. You may fail, right? That's part of the learning curve. But find a mentor and take action. So the 2 things that definitely you should do.
So Kevon, I just want to say thank you very much for spending some time. You have a lovely home, right? I love the decor, right? Thank you very much, sir, for spending time and giving us that information. This was Kevon Fleur, ladies and gentlemen, of King's Lounge Barber Spa and also Clinical Media Group. Check him online, get his information, talk to him. He's always available. He has helped me a lot in terms of information and business ideas. So check him. He's willing to assist.
Actually, hit me up on Instagram. That's basically Kevon Fleur handle. And yeah.
All right. So thanks a lot, bro. We'll talk soon.
All right, cool. Take care.
Yeah, man. Take care. Right. So we are back. That was Kevon Fleur, owner of King's Lounge Barber Spa and also Clinical Media Group. So people, it's really good information. I hope you come in with a notepad. I hope you come with a notepad and taking notes to get information. This is not just any fly-by-night kind of thing. This is real good information that you should pen to paper and make sure that you could go back and reference it later on. Get information. I want to talk to a young lady who can definitely help me, or probably I hope I should have met her earlier in life, right? I should have met her earlier in life because I went through some stuff back in the day that I learned from. I had to learn from the hard way, but she probably could have prevented it for me, right? This is a small change, pocket change segment. Let's talk to Solange. A pleasant good evening, Solange. How are you?
Hi, good evening, Kevon. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Can't complain. How now? I always ask, how have you been dealing with the COVID pandemic?
I mean, it's been a change, but in this world we have to adapt, and that's what I've been doing. Working from home now, which is definitely different, but it's good.
Yeah.
You don't have to get up in the morning, get dressed, go to work. You don't get work dress. You get home dress for work.
I prefer to do that, to be honest. I don't like to iron clothes too much, so I prefer to do that. Now, Solange, let me tell you my story, right? I started working at a company when I was 21 years old, and 1 year into working, the bank called and say, Kevon, we want to offer you this credit card. I said, of course, that's what adulting is. We need to have credit cards. I took a credit card one time, and I went crazy. I have to admit, I went crazy. I bought everything I didn't need. I had pants, I had red pants, green pants, blue pants, orange shirt, all kind of thing. And I thought to myself, I will pay it back soon, not knowing that things were happening in the background, interest was increasing, and problems occurred, right? Thankfully, I got out of that situation because it was a small credit card. But tell me, what are the dangers in ramping up your credit card, spending and paying the minimum balance?
Well, Kevon, you know better than anyone. When you're just paying the minimum balance, the balance that you have outstanding does not go down because the minimum balance is just a little bit. And every month, the interest keeps racking up on that credit card. And the interest on credit cards is a lot higher than other loans. Yes. Because some credit cards have interest rates, they quote it like 2% a month. But when you look at like a car loan that you get for about 6 or 7% for the year, and when you pay 2% per month, which is approximately around 25% for the year, it is ridiculous. It is so much higher. And people are just like, well, I will pay it whenever or when I get time and all of these things. But you don't realize just how much interest keeps racking up because you just keep paying the minimum balance. You say, oh, I pay the minimum balance, so on time. So I'm not getting a late fee, which is good. You avoided one fee. But the interest fees are the ones that keep racking up and they keep adding up every time.
Yeah. That is something that is very dangerous for a lot of millennials nowadays because they don't understand the rigor. All they think about is, this is what I could use in regards to online shopping, right? I shop online, I need to have a credit card, So tell me, what is the best way to, first of all, avoid that credit card drama later on? Even if you know that you have to buy one, you have to get one, how do we avoid it in terms of getting that, large interest rate later on?
Well, the thing about the credit card is that if you understand how it works, you can make it work for you.
Nice.
It could either help you or it could harm you. If you understand how it works and you make it work for you, that's the best thing. Because a credit card you have to think about it as a little loan that you walk around with in your pocket. So every time you swipe that card or use the card, that's money that you now owe the bank.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you don't use the card at all for the month, you owe the bank nothing.
Yeah.
As well, whatever you put on the card, you pay off by the due date in full, you owe the bank nothing.
Yeah.
So all of these things, it's a short-term loan that you are in control of. I know everybody is always complaining about bank fees and all the bank fees are high and all these fees, why we have to pay for everything. These are the fees that you have control over.
Correct.
These are the things that say, okay, do you want to pay a late fee? No, then pay before the due date. And the interest fees, you don't want those either. Then just pay off your full balance.
Yeah. So, for example, let's say, for example, I'm $5,000 in credit card debt, right? How do I now go about ensuring that I make that payment or get out of it, even though I know my money is tight, right? But what are the steps I should take to reduce that debt?
Well, I know money can be tight at times, and sometimes you have to use your credit card because it's essential stuff, and you have to eat, you need groceries, and you're buying just the bare essentials. But you have a $5,000 on your card that you have to pay off. The first thing you need to do is formulate a plan. Because you know money is tight, but you might have a little money that you're spending elsewhere that you could always redirect. It's not a need, but it's something that you want, or you could always put off for later. Don't make other big spending now. Focus on paying off your credit card. And if you can't do it in 1 month, that's fine. Once you could do it over a period of time, just make a plan and stick to your plan.
Correct.
And try not to spend more on your credit card in that time period. Because if you spend more, then you have a bigger balance to keep paying off.
Okay. Now, somebody asked a question here. When getting a credit card, what APR percentage range would you suggest?
Well, it all depends on the person themselves. Like you need to look at your budget, how much you have to spend and all of these things. Credit cards are different. You need to, when you're looking at a credit card, you need to do the research on all the cards. Like what exactly is coming with this card? Because there are different cards that have different benefits and all the different things that come with the card. And some people don't even realize their cards have all these benefits and all of these APR range. It all depends on how much money you're making, what your expenses are, all the different things. So it's not a specific thing that you could say a general range. Is a very personalized thing.
Now, what I realized, right, when I was younger, and this is the mistake I made, I was looking at my credit card score number in terms of how much I had on the card, etc. And then I would go back next month, and I see an extra $2,000 added to my credit card in terms of how much money I could spend on the card. And I'm telling myself, well, this has to be a reward, right? I did not know that they give you that, and now you have extra money to spend because they know that you have not been paying off in a while. So is it that the banks do that to encourage you to spend more, or how does that happen? Because sometimes they do it and they don't even tell you. They increase your credit card limit.
Well, banks are in this to make money.
Right.
And if they realize that, okay, well, you maybe not paying off, or some people realize, oh, you're spending enough and you could maybe increase your limit. They're just in it to make money. The person that bank hates the most when they're using the credit card is the person that is paying off everything on time, because they're making no extra fees. The only fee that they're getting from them is the annual fee, if anything. But all the other fees. So if they realize, well, okay, we keep getting interest from Kevon, and Kevon can't pay, and he's paying late and all these things. Well, if we increase Kevon's limit, maybe he will spend more and maybe he will pay more. And at the end of the day, if the bank is making more money off of you, the bank is in it for themselves. So you have to look out for you. Now,
someone also asked, are there reloadable credit cards? And what if I put my personal money on it to order a purchase online? Are they reloadable credit cards now? Still?
Well, I don't think we call them reloadable credit cards, but I know the banks offer some like debit cards that you could use online. They have some Visa cards that you could use online, and those are reloadable. I think some of them are, where you put a specific amount of money on it, and once you spend that, that's it. So that might be the better option for you if you don't think you could handle a limit rolling over every month.
Yeah. That's some great advice. Credit cards, from what I understand, some people say it's better to, in a sense, pay everything with your credit card. And so using money from your salary, take a credit card, pay every thing, and then put that money that you have from your salary back onto the credit card. Is that a good way to go about making your monthly payments?
Well, Kevon, you have just described how I use my credit card. Everybody looks at me, why are you putting lunch on your credit card? What are you doing this for? I said, your credit card just for online shopping or emergencies? I said, no, how I use my credit card is I put everything on it. Because at the end of the month, it's easy for me to track my spending.
Right.
I know for my budget, and you don't even have to wait till the end of the month, because with online banking and mobile banking, you could come and check easily and know exactly where you are for your budget. But that doesn't work for everybody, because I know people that look at me and say, I can't do that because I'll just keep spending. If my credit card is on me and I know I could spend, I see a top I like one time, you take that out and you swipe. So people only use it for online shopping and different things, but it just depended on the person. For me, I know I like to do it that way because it's easy to track my spending. And I know everybody is different, and you just have to find a way to make your credit card work for you. So if you want to have it there only for emergencies, and you know that you will only use this card for emergencies, that's fine. That works. If that's what works for you, that's fine. If you wanted just to travel or online shopping, so you're only spending US on your card, basically, that works for you as well. But but it all depends. You just have to find a way to make a credit card work for you.
Definitely, definitely. So Solange, I just want to say thank you very much. That has been some good information. I hope people understand the importance of using your credit card to your advantage, right? So researching it, getting the right advice, and you can also contact Solange to get information about it. So the credit cards are good tools, but you have to be the master of your credit card, right? So Solange, thank you very much. We enjoyed this segment, and have a wonderful night.
Thanks so much, Kevon.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Solange. Credit cards is a serious thing. I tell you, I went through a serious period, right? A serious period. It was rough. It was rough. I had to sell fruits, all kind of thing to make money. I didn't have enough money in my account. I had to sell fruits and all kind of thing. I sell my PS2 at that point in time to make money. Things was hard. Things was really hard. Another thing about credit cards I want to let you all know, right? That I learned. When you are traveling with a credit card, friend, let me tell you about international travel. When you go to these international destinations and you decide to rent a vehicle, this is not Tobago, where you could swipe $600 and think, well, that is all the money that's coming out. When you go abroad to swipe your card, there is an amount of money that they have to hold, and then you pay for the car, right? So if, for example, you tell yourself this vehicle is costing $40 probably a day to rent, you might tell yourself 3 days, 4 by 3, all right, $120. No. They have to hold 400 US as security, and then you pay that. So you must understand that you must have a credit card that could do both the security and also the 120. You might have to have 2 credit cards. I don't suggest you 2 credit cards, but understand when you're renting, you don't want to end up going to rent and then boom, I don't have that kind of money on my card. Don't go through that. You might have to Uber anyway, or walk. Let's walk. So understand the importance of using a credit card abroad as well. Nice. So we come to the final segment, and it's a good friend of mine once again. Her name, I don't want to give her her name. She's just gonna come on. This is the Big to Big segment. Everybody knows this wonderful young lady. Is that Little Bits?
Hi.
How are you?
How are you? I'm good.
Great. You look fantastic. You look like you are very relaxed at home.
Oh, you find so?
Yeah.
I actually had a very, very long day, but I'm good.
Great. So tell me, how have you been dealing with the whole pandemic?
The pandemic for me has been very crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally it has been very difficult for me.
Right.
Yeah, because as a creative person, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you need certain things to be inspired. And when you're continuously hearing Corona, COVID-19,
Right.
I mean, there's nothing that you could really be inspired by.
Yeah, true.
It's a little more difficult. You might write a Corona song.
How much Corona songs will have? It's too much. It's too much.
I was honestly waiting for a Corona rhythm, to be honest with you. Huh?
It will come out. I'm sure it will come. So, from what I know, right, you pay so much attention to remaining in tip-top shape, because I know as a soca artist, you have to be fit. You have to go from venue to venue, from event to event. How
Right.
challenging has that been in order to maintain your routine now? See, that is a totally different norm for the past 10 weeks.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Little bits. All right.
Okay, I'm not hearing.
Okay, she's not hearing me.
Kevon, you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Thumbs up.
I don't know why I'm not hearing. Okay.
You hear me now? I cannot hear you. You hear me
I
now?
can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, great. All right. That's all right.
Yeah, so you were asking me as an artist, you have to keep your body in shape and that kind of thing. For me, this time around, it was difficult, obviously, because, you get to go to the gym, you get to go around the savannah, you could be outdoors, but you can't do that.
Yeah.
So we have the internet, we have free apps. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to download an app. It is free.
Yeah.
And I'm going to work out. And the thing about it is, it wasn't just working out to keep in shape, but also to help me mentally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, throughout your career, right? Everybody knows in every career, there's a difficult period. Nobody has a perfect career, right? What has been the most difficult thing that you were happy that you went through that brought you to this point? Hello? Is a little bit gone? Can you guys? All right. All right. So we had a little technical difficulty. We're gonna wait for little bits to come back on. All right. These are things that is she back? All right.
Lines want to drop and sing.
All right, cool. Nice. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I say it's like real chemistry going on between us here now. So like all kind of madness started to take place.
Yeah, that's what going on. That's what going on. That's how it's going. That's how it's going. But you did hear my question though.
The question you asked me was what I think that I'm happy that I went through in my career, because not everything is always so well. During the period when I did Raise the Dust, I had the video, and people had a lot to say about me, and I felt as if it really affected my career.
Yeah.
And it made me realize how important quality is. What you put out. And I think before, back in the day, like those things weren't important.
Yeah.
Quality wasn't important. People never used to really take photo shoots, and people never used to do all these nice artwork, and now you have a glam squad. So now I have like a whole glam squad, and there's so much more that goes with with being an artist.
Yeah.
And Raise It Us truly taught me that. You just don't do everything fly by night. Oh, okay, you do the video, it look okay, I go put it out anyway. Now I am very, 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 very extremely critical. Like I did acoustic version with Farmer for the Cosign. I released that today. And I remember seeing the credits, and all the musicians weren't credited. And it was so important to me that everyone had to be credited, and it has to be a certain way. If you're doing something, you have to do it properly. So it truly taught me that experience.
Okay. Now let's go back a little bit, and let's talk about you deciding to get into music. Like, what was your inspiration to get into the whole music scene?
So back in the day, we had Walkmans, right? You know that, right?
Yes.
Right. And I remember when I got a Walkman, I should say, from my mom, the first tape that I wanted was Whitney Houston.
Right.
Back in the day, like the 90s, she was
Queen.
So Queen, you know what I mean? And I remember buying the tape. I learned all the songs, and I was just in love with her. I also remember, back in the day, it was only TTT. And, seeing people like Denise Plummer and seeing Baron, and they were the people who used to have videos and stuff on TV, and you didn't have that variety. So you're seeing the same artists all the time.
Right.
So that made me fall in love with music, both internationally and locally. And I knew I wanted to perform. And I remember the first time performance, so to speak, it wasn't really a performance. They just wanted me to go on stage to see how brave I was.
Right.
And they put me on stage. I was probably about 5 or 4.
Right.
And they let me back off.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and my mom was like, but this child is so brave. And
Wow.
music runs in my family. My mom can sing, my sister could sing, my brother is a writer, my big brother was on 12 and under, my uncle is the music teacher for Belmont Secondary Intermediate St. Francois College. And my aunt is the music teacher for Woodbrook Secondary.
The music clan?
My cousin belongs to a parang band. You know, my family is very musical.
Nice. Now, in terms of, everybody says, being a woman in an industry that is so male dominated is always a difficult thing, right? What keeps you motivated within the industry? We know we have, a lot of female artists, but everybody says it's a male dominated world. What have you been doing, or what do you do to motivate yourself in this industry as a woman, coming from the female perspective?
I just be myself. I don't try to be anyone else.
Yeah.
And that's very important for me. I've been in this music industry for quite some time. And and what also gets me motivated is people. You know, when you meet people on the streets, and I'm sure like you experience it all the time, and they tell you how much you make them laugh, or you influence them, or they love your song, or they see you perform, and how much you inspired them. And sometimes when you have that self-doubt and you just hear those things, it make you realize this is why I just do this way. This is why I'm still here though. Wow. This is why I'm not giving up.
Yeah, I really agree. The people that give you feedback in the street, the man on the ground is the person that makes you want to do it all the time. So, it's good that, you draw your strength from that, as opposed to, the posters and the likes, etc. The people that come up to you and actually are convicted to say something is always an emotional experience. So, I'm very, very in touch with that. So, where does your strength come from, right? From what area, from what part of your life do you draw your most strength to keep moving forward?
My strength comes from, I would say, within. And when I say within, it's just like my belief in God. Now, I'm not the Hail Mary. I'm not a nun. But I am a very deep and spiritual person. And I feel as if, like, when you're at your lowest and things are really bad, I feel as if there's only one person that's able to really give you that strength to push forward. And obviously, the people that surround you as well. They are the people that keep you going. So, I mean, obviously my husband, he's very supportive, and sometimes when I'm really out of it, he would be the one to push me. Other people who are a part of my team as well,
correct,
they really inspire me as well. So,
can you hear me still?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
All right, great.
Yeah, I have a really good team around me, and not just musically, but in terms of my friends. My best friend is really, like, she's really deep in her faith and that kind of thing, and she helps to keep me grounded. And as much as I am involved in soca and the secular music, she doesn't judge me, which I truly appreciate. And she continues to support and inspire me all the time. And she's very supportive. So I really appreciate her. I really appreciate my husband, and I really appreciate my family. They are like my number one supporters.
Now, before we go, Siobhan, right?
Yes.
What would you say to the young girls? Because we know the industry creates that sex symbol for women so much, right? What do you say to the young women who want to get into the industry? How do they rise above that, right? What advice would you give them to rise above that and not fall into, I wouldn't call it a trap per se, but the typical stereotype of what a woman should be in an industry like this?
I always tell them, just be yourself. Do not try to be anyone else.
Yeah.
And everyone is so unique in their own way, and that's what allows you to shine and be you. And I feel as if there's no other person like Lil Bits in terms of personality, in terms of stage performance, in terms of look.
Yeah.
If you choose to be sexy, so be it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But don't let that be the only thing that makes people be attracted to you or love you, because you're worth more than that and value yourself more than that, you know?
Yeah. So I want to say thank you first of all, and I'm very sure that the information that you just gave and being able to talk about yourself, not only as Little Bit, but as Siobhan, has not fallen on deaf ears. A lot of people appreciate the fact that you can be real, right? And the authenticity of yourself has definitely shone through tonight. So I just want to say thank you very much for spending time with us at the UTC and it was very, very informative. And
thank you so much, Kevon. It's always a blessing to be in your presence.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's not blush on the people TV,
I'm doing things to you there.
So, thank you very much, Little Bit. I appreciate it. And have a wonderful night. All right. And stay safe.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye. So, yes, that was Little Bit. Siobhan Church Isaacs, a talented soca artist, very, very humble person. I've met her on so much occasions, and she is so humble and so, polite. I really thank her for being here, and I thank everybody who was a guest on tonight's show for being here and giving such valuable information. Kevon told us the importance of diversifying your portfolio, understanding the importance of investing in yourself. We heard from Solange, who spoke about credit cards. Credit card debt is something that you don't want. So make sure you know how to make your credit card work for you. And the biggest thing I learned from Little Bits is authenticity. Be true to yourself. It's very important. When you find your gift and find your authenticity, people will pay you to be yourself. Kevon is himself. This is me all the time. Well, not all the time. Sometimes, I won't talk to nobody. But I just say it. This is an extension of me. So when you try to fake it, it's difficult to make it, I think, sometimes. So don't try to fake it. Be true to yourself, and people will be attracted to you who can help you grow. This has been it. Another episode. Friday, we're back again. And I always say this, I want to encourage you guys. Please go onto the Facebook page, join the Everything and Then Some page, and get all the information, network, meet some of these wonderful people from UTC who can help you grow and increase your financial IQ. This was it. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a happy Wednesday. See you on Friday. I'm gone.
Whoa.